All right, so it says we're live. Just wanted to welcome everybody. I'm Rob with ScrappyDew, and this is ScrappyDew Live. We do have two other people here. We have Michelle Mybell and Ken, and I'm going to let them do a quick introduction. And we'll start off with you, Michelle. So go ahead and introduce yourself and who you are and what you do.
Good evening, everyone. Hi, I'm Michelle. I'm design team leader for ScrappyDew, and you can find my blog at michellemybellcreations.com.
Yeah, michellemybellcreations.com. I'm going to show you her website real quick over on my desktop. So hopefully you guys can see this. And so this is Michelle Mybell's website, michellemybellcreations.com. And over here she has those Mojo Mondays. So what are those Mojo Mondays, Michelle, that you do?
Those are card sketches by Mojo Monday, and they put them out every Monday, and they're inspiration to create card projects. And then what I do is I take them and I create cutting files from them.
Yeah, so this right here is the, I guess, number 350. And so you take that design and you make it a downloadable product for your cutting machine, like SVGs, make the cut, so on, right?
Correct.
Yep, and you just go down there and you can go ahead and download. Everything's on our share drive, on our Sky Drive, I'm sorry, and you can download them directly from there. All right, so pretty cool what she does. She does a lot for us in ScrappyDew, and I appreciate her help. All right, next is you, Ken.
Hi everyone, my name is Ken. I'm with Ken's Creations, and I have a blog at www.creativeken.blogspot.com. I do design for ScrappyDew and also just have fun playing with the Cricut Explorer and the Silhouette Cameo. So I just like to help people learn those machines and the software.
Yeah, hey, can you mind showing your website real quick? Because I want to
Sure.
show the viewers out there that you almost set up your own like little classroom kind of thing, getting started with the Silhouette Design Studio
Sure,
as well as
absolutely.
Cricut. And plus, Ken has a YouTube channel that's really good, and he'll show you that too on how you guys can subscribe so you can stay in the know on when he comes out with his latest video. So go ahead, Ken.
So I have a blog, which, like I said, you can get to at creativeken.blogspot.com. You can follow the blog by scrolling down. There's a join this site right there, and that will let you get all the updates if I post a video or any projects or anything on my blog. And then at the top, I have a direct YouTube link, which will take you to my YouTube page. And when you go to my YouTube page, you would normally see, let me go view it as public so you guys would see it, you'll see a subscribe button here, and it will let you subscribe right there. And then once you subscribe, any new videos I subscribe to or any videos that I post, you will be able to see right away, and you will be able to view them as they come out. Also on my blog, if you do miss a subscribe button, I also post them at the top of my blog. I've broken them into Cricut Design Space videos and Silhouette series. So if you, for whatever reason, don't see them on my YouTube page, I will click them there. And all of these are all of the different videos right now I have for Design Space, and then I also have them for the Silhouette Cameo as well. So that's just a few places you can watch my videos, and then like I said, you can join my YouTube page. I have a Facebook page, and then a lot of people don't know, but I also have some free SVG files that you can download to use on both machines if you'd like, and a video on how to download those as well.
Pretty cool. And now if you guys aren't familiar with YouTube, when we say subscribe, it's free. You know, it's not any money out of your pocket, but it does help you get notified whenever a new video or something is put out there. So, all right, pretty cool. All right, so that's the whole group, the whole panel that we have up here. Go over how this Hangout stuff works, and basically what you can do is if you have a question, if you guys have any kind of question on whatever topic we're talking about, you can post it below, wherever you are watching this show. It can be on YouTube, it can be on on the live event page. We will track all those comments and we will answer them. Now keep in mind that there is about a 30 to 60-second delay in between what we're talking about compared to what you guys are seeing. But don't worry if we do pass over to a new topic, we will come back and answer those questions. So feel free at any time, ask questions, and it doesn't have to be about the topics that we're covering today, because of course we will get to them as we can. All right, so make sure that you guys do stay until the end of the show if you could, because Michelle has worked a great deal with one of from thatscrapinc.com about a little giveaway. So you have to stay tuned on what that giveaway is at the end. Okay. All right, so the first topic that we're going to be talking about here today is going to be with Ken, and Ken's going to share some of the Cricut news that's going on and some of the new Cricut products that he was able to try out since our last live hangout.
All right, guys. So with Cricut, they just released their new wireless adapter here, which is right here. Now, when this first came out, I wasn't too excited about it, and the reason why is my cutting machine is right next to my computer, so I didn't feel I had a huge need for it. However, they also released the Make It Now app for the iPad, and that's the reason I wanted to try this out. And it's real easy to install. It's pretty small. As you can see, there's the Xyron sticker maker, so it's not very big. And I will say, out of any, if you had the Expressions 2, they had a wireless adapter that you could use in it, but it never connected for me. It was kind of a pain. This one is amazing. It connects right up. It registers it right on my computer right away. It's really amazing, and the app is absolutely wonderful. I have a video on my YouTube page about the app, how to use the app. It walks through the Make It Now projects and how you can cut right from your iPad app right to your machine using this adapter. So this is a pretty big, it's $49.99 regular price. You can use the coupon at Joann's. So I highly recommend getting this for your machine. It eliminates all cords. You don't need the cord to cut it anymore. So I guess it's that way, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. Is this thing Bluetooth or is it Wi-Fi?
It's Bluetooth, not Wi-Fi. I guess I'm
Okay.
not using it. Yeah, there's a little Bluetooth, little dealy
Bluetooth.
Yeah, it's Bluetooth. I guess I don't know why I call it Wi-Fi, but it could probably because I don't know. But it is Bluetooth.
I didn't know, but that's very cool. Very cool.
Yeah, and
so now you can design with your iPad and then just shoot it over to your cutting machine via the iPad.
Well, you can't design. That's
okay.
supposedly coming. The only thing you can do with your iPad right now is the Make It Now project. So they have a whole bunch of Make It Now projects, which I basically call kind of the iTunes version of Cricut, where other designers are making these projects, and so now you can cut those out with your iPad. The only limitations on this right now is you can only use the iPad. It's not for iPhone or Android devices right now, and it is the Make It Now project. So I've heard rumors that it is going to be a design-based, hopefully soon, to where you will be able to design it. The problem I think they're running into is trying to get your images from the cloud onto your device, and I think that's a big problem they're running into. So, but for the strict purposes of not having any cords, I didn't think I was going to love that. I actually really love it.
And it probably frees up a USB port on the computer too.
Yep, no USB. Yeah, it frees up the USB port, and there's actually no delay. I thought there was going to be a huge communication delay in the time of hitting the go button on the computer to the point it goes to the machine, and there actually is no more delay from when it was plugged in versus the Bluetooth adapter. So I was pretty surprised on how powerful this little dongle is. So I would definitely highly recommend getting this if you haven't already.
All right.
It's a must.
Must use the Cricut dongle. All right.
Yes.
Hey, all right. Vicky here, she says, she's like, I never miss Ken's YouTube videos. They're fantastic. Yeah, like I said, great talker, and he goes over a lot of information, and he doesn't sound like he's talking above you. So really, I like his videos. All right. right. So what else is new in the Cricut world?
Well, right now Cricut has a giveaway, and I'm sure if anyone's following Cricut Facebook page, they know about it. But if you don't know about it, make sure you get part of it, and I'll show you what to do. But they're giving away 50 Explore machines. And here's the cool thing about it is you can basically submit any craft project you've made, and it doesn't have to be with a Cricut machine. It can be with any craft project. It doesn't even have to be with a machine. It could be with just your hands, I guess. And let me show you my screen here to show you what you need to do. So you are going to go to Cricut's official page, and as you can see here, right here at the top, they show you exactly what you do. You can actually just go right here to their photo, right where it says photo/video. You're going to post the photo of what you made, and then you need to make sure you hashtag I made it and hashtag Cricut. And basically they are then picking winners. So as you can see,
they just posted one.
Yeah. So this Heather chick, whatever, she won. I didn't win anything, but whatever. Heather won.
Do you have to submit a new project every day, or does
No.
your one that you submitted last week still count?
From what I'm hearing, they are just picking winners out of all the pictures that have been submitted. And it sounds like you can submit them via Facebook. The rules are down here. So it looks like you can submit it Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and then you just hashtag Cricut and I made it. Because it says if you've already hashtag I made it, you simply repost add Cricut. So you have until July 30th to enter. So basically they're giving away 50, and it sounds like from what it looks like on their official page, they're giving away 2 because they gave away 2 today. So they gave away this one, and then they gave away the second winner today. So I definitely recommend
submit your projects.
Yeah, start submitting your projects on the Cricut official page and enter, because they're giving away 50 of these bad boys, and I will say from using this is by far the best Cricut machine I've ever used, and I'm probably using this machine a lot more than my Silhouette Cameo. I'm probably using this 90% for my project. So the only thing I'm using my Cameo at this point for is my print and cut. So I'm actually really loving this machine.
Very cool, very cool. All right. Any more Cricut news for us?
That's it. I know that they are working hard on the next update, so I don't know what's coming in that update, but I do know a lot of people are saying that updates are coming. So I do know that there is a whole bunch of groups forming, so make sure that if you have any news out there, I know Paulette, I know she is a scrap factory designer. She just formed a new group, so make sure if you're friends with her that you add her group. I think it's called We Love Design Space. So make sure you guys are checking out, because that's the best place to go for, I don't know, I'll have to look it up, but I'll get that information if you want to know. That's the best place to get some of these groups, is to get part of these design space groups. So that's where you'll get the most information.
All right. Very cool, very cool. All right, so I guess we're going to move on to the next topic here, and Ken's going to show us real quick on how to create titles and how you can use them to make shadows and weld things together. So go ahead, Ken.
All right, so I get a lot of requests how to make titles, and in the Silhouette Designer Edition, or just in even this regular Silhouette Studio, it's really easy actually to make super quick titles. This 4th of July I made simply by downloading the mini font from dafont.com and using some firework font or firework images I already have, and then you can use the offset feature to do simple shadows. So if we open a new project, I can quickly show you how to do that. So by adding your text, I did that one in the mini text, so I've already downloaded that. And the way I always do this, with text you have a whole bunch of different things. I always do my text all separate from each other because it gives me more control. But I want to show you on, let me do, 4th of July. Let's do 4th of July again. So on July, I'll show you here. So down here on character spacing, this is if you want to, let's say, make your July kind of get smushed together, you can actually move your spacing by moving your spacing there, and it will actually squish your letters together. It goes real slowly, but it will do it. You can also do that by ungrouping your text and moving it. I don't use the character spacing too much because I would prefer to do it this way by ungrouping the item and then moving each independently from each other. So I'll do it that way and move it so that way I can kind of move the letters. And then what I'll do is I'll draw a box around it, right click, and then hit weld. And then that's a way you can easily do your character spacing versus using the character spacing over there. And the reason I do these separate from each other is that way I can size my 4th of July down. So as you can see in this one, I made the TH smaller than the others. So in this case, what we can do is bring our 4th a little bigger there. And the best thing about working with this is I just like to, when I'm doing titling, I'll just move stuff around and kind of just move things around until I like it. And I'll start filling out my colors. And the reason I do the colors first is that way if I need to move stuff in front of each other, I know what layer I'm working with. So if I know I want this to be in front of the July, I just hit right click, bring to front, and then that way I know it's going to be in front of the July. I just need to color it in white there. And if I want that to be in front, now I can draw a box around the whole thing too to give it definition. And oops, I didn't want to do that. I want to change the line color by going to line color and black, and that way it kind of gives me an idea of what letters. Now you could do one of two things. You could either cut this all separately out, or you could group this together, weld it together. If you wanted to cut it as one, you could weld it together and it would cut it as one, but as you can see, the 4th and July don't look good together in my opinion. So I'm going to undo that. But once you get it to a point where you like, so if you like your 4th of July, let's say I want my July a little bigger. All you have to do the offset feature is I'll actually go around the whole item. I'll hit group, and this little box here, it will say open the offset window. That's where you go to hit offset, and it will draw all this little box around it. And over here is your distance, and this is where you can go up and down to figure out your offsets. So you can go as big as little as you want. I usually go up to about a 0.25, and then when you hit apply. Now if you don't want, like that July right there, if you don't want that there, if you actually move it out of the way and hit right click release compound path, then you can get rid of that little piece in there if you don't want to cut that out. And then you can move it back there. Now if you want to keep doing offset after offset, you would just click out that last offset you did and hit another offset. And like if I want to do another offset, I could do that by hitting that and just do another offset. And now I can, just for visualization to see what color I'm doing each one, I can go through and kind of change the color to get an idea of the titling of what that would look like all together. And then, you can even take it a step further. Come in here. Here's a, firework decoration. Get rid of the pieces you don't need. And then just by hitting right click and just hit send it back, it will just hide it behind that. And it gives you a good idea of what it's going to look like on your paper. So this is what I'll do, especially if I'm doing a 12 by 12, because this mat's 12 by 12. So if you're doing a scrapbook page, let's say, you kind of get an idea, okay, this is how big my title is going to be. These are the fireworks behind it. This is what it's going to look like all colored. This is what it's going to be like when it's all finished. So it kind of gives you an idea of what it's going to look like. The nice thing too is if you put this here and you want to move some of those fireworks, because obviously right now they're all the same, you can actually take up here and move those around just to get an idea of what that would look like.
I give it a little rotation, make it unique.
Yep. And then just basically, you know, I always outline things in black, and the only reason I do that is at the very end. If I decide I want to do a print and cut, let's say if I like the colors or something, I can actually go back and do a print and cut. I could actually group these together if I wanted them to reduce the amount of cuts. And then, you know, I'll actually just kind of come through and then add the stars as the last element kind of in behind things in different colors. So I might do those in line colors to just give it the last little piece element. So it's not very hard to create quick little titles and different text. The cool thing is you can actually, by separating out your text line, you can actually do each one in different text too. And that's what I've done too, where if I'm doing, I did a scrapbook page, and I think my title was The New Normal, and I did the new in a real elegant, and then normal, I wanted it to not look normal. I wanted it to be the opposite normal. And what's cool is you can break up the text. So you could change the text for each word and then group it all together, and then group that and then do offsets of each offset. So it's real easy to create titles in Silhouette with that offset feature, because it just groups it and makes a nice title out of it. So pretty simple.
Oh yeah. Offset. I also saw in there you can do a rounded offset, or you can do looks like a corner offset there.
Correct. Yeah. So you can, for example, I don't know if it'll do it on this because it's a star, but you can actually hit offset and do, as you can see there on there, it'll do a round right there on the corners. Or if you hit that, it makes it a square.
I see.
So yeah, basically it gives you that option to square it off or make it nice and squared. So basically if I'm doing this, instead of being these nice round corners, it would have squared those off. So
I see. Pretty cool.
Yeah, gives you a nice little feature. And then of course it will also, if you want to go the opposite way, which is kind of cool, you can always do your internal offset, which is really cool, where some people want to do internal offsets because they're going the opposite direction. So just gives you tons of different options to do titles.
Pretty cool. All right, so I noticed we got a little more viewers now. Like I said before at the very beginning, if you guys have any questions, feel free to post your questions, and we will get to them wherever you're watching this, YouTube or the live event page, and we will get to them. Keep in mind there is about a 30-second delay between what you guys are seeing and what we're actually talking about. All right, so Michelle, she actually she sent out a survey to everyone this I want to say about a week ago. Was that right, Michelle? About a week ago.
Yes.
And you would have got it if you would go on to ScrappyDew.com/tutorials live events. It's should be right under here. Live events, video library, live events. You'll go to this page, and just make sure you guys sign up for the newsletter here, and we'll send you out a newsletter, and I'll let you know when the live event happens, as well as we did pass out a survey. We sort of asked, what would you guys like to see done, and the page tiles was part of that, and so we did get some feedback, and we're trying to adjust the show as necessary. So yeah, go ahead and check that out. Sign up there. There's a little human test here. What's 1 + 1? Just so we're not emailing spam bots. So yep, that is how you guys sign up for the newsletter. All right. One of the questions, maybe Michelle could fill in on this one. Maybe it was the last time we did a live event. They were wanting, or maybe it was the survey. They wanted to know how to color your shapes in Shortcuts a lot or eCal. Is that right, Michelle?
Correct.
Okay, so basically you have all I did is I brought it in SVG, and this is actually Michelle's one of her Mojo Mondays. Maybe she can tell me what number. I think it's 47. But basically, whenever you bring something in, you always want to take a look at your layers panel over here, and because the layers panel will tell you about every single thing that's on that mat, and you see a little G right here. And maybe I can zoom in on that. So that little G, it's a group folder. And if you toggle that little triangle down, you'll see every single thing that's inside that group. Now, how do you get it out of a group? I mean, you can select the file, and you can go, I believe it's Object Ungroup, and then I think that folder will go away, and it did. Or you can just select. I'm hearing some clicking. I don't know if there's any clicking going on. Just hearing a little bit of clicking going on in the background. Or you can just select the SVG part down here. So, for example, this little purple block, we can scroll down and we can click on there, and it has selected it. Then the next thing you'll want to do is you'll want to go to the properties, and over here in the properties, you'll see the appearance, and you have the fill, which is right here, my little zoom tool on here, and that is what you can do to change the color. So if you didn't want this to be purple, you can change it to something else. And let me find my color picker. There it is. And you can change it to whatever color you wish, and then you hit OK, and it should change the color on the mat. So that's how you change the color. You can change the fill. So if you go to none, but you want to give it a stroke, you can choose the color. Of course, white's not going to be good, but you change the stroke, and you can change the line style over here. And I know you guys probably can't see it too well, but there is green on there. And I think if I deselect, you may be able to see it better. Maybe even zoom in. My tools are over here on the other screen. Let me drag them over. But that is how you guys can see there's the green, and that's all based on the stroke. So Michelle, do you think that's good enough for the color and how to change the fill? Well, anything else you want to add to that?
Yeah, I'm not really sure what exactly they're referring to. It just says that they needed to show how to change the color. So I'm not sure if there's additional questions on that or not.
Okay. Well, like I said, if you guys have any questions live, feel free to post them, and we'll put them up there on the screen. But that is basically how you would go about changing a color that you have imported on your mat here in Shortcuts a lot. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Michelle. She's got you can tell us about the tutorial. I won't spoil the goodness. Michelle, if you can go ahead and share your desktop.
Okay, I'm going to make the cut. Could you see my screen?
Yep, I can see you.
Okay. What we're going to do is create some doilies using a basic shape and a font. So what I'm going to do first is, can you see my screen? I'm using Make the Cut for Mac because I was still having issues with the resolution. So
Okay,
can you still see my?
I thought you were in like a Windows like XP, because I don't see any coloring like I'm used to seeing in there.
Okay. I'm going to go to the text and fonts, and I'm going to select the Wingdings font.
And this Wingdings font, it should be standard on all the computers that I've seen so far with Make the Cut.
Okay, and this is the shape I'm going to bring in right here. Okay. And I'm going to change my matte to green for now. Okay, you can do that right here, just by clicking this arrow. And I'm also going to go to Basic Shapes, and I'm going to go and bring in a teardrop. Okay, I'm going to size the tear at 0.9039 and hit enter. And I'm going to take the shape here and I'm going to move it directly below. And I'm going to line it up just so it's touching the edges. Okay, and I'm going to do Control A to select all. And I'm going to do V for vertical spacing. And then Control W for weld.
So you just hit the V button on the computer and got
Correct.
it? Okay.
Correct. Sometimes when I'm first creating a shape, a lot of times what I'll do during the process, different parts of the process, I will copy and paste the shapes on different layers just so I don't have to go back, you know, do Control Z to keep on going back to the previous step. So this way it's on another layer and I could just go back to that layer and take that shape if I need it and start all over again. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a copy and copy, paste, and place. And then I'm going to do a Control F for flip. And I'm going to line up these circles here. I'm going to take snapping off. Okay, just so I can move it easier. Okay, and then I'm going to do select all. Again, just do the vertical so they're lined up. And Control W for weld. Okay, then I'm going to go to duplicate and rotate a duplicate. Okay. And for the dupe count, I'm going to put it on 5. And rotate, I'm going to do 30 degrees. And the offset for X and Y, I'm going to keep at 0. And then I'm going to click accept. Okay. And then I'm going to do Control H for shadow. And I think I'm going to do this shadow, I'm going to do it at 0.0220 and hit accept. And while it's still selected, I'm going to do shadow again. And this time under options, and where it says blacked out, I'm going to deselect that. And then I'm going to hit accept. Okay. And I'm just going to get rid of this empty layer here. And this layer right here, this top layer, I don't need it for now. So I'm going to just lock it and close it. And then I'm going to do a right click and I'm going to move it to the bottom. And this shadow layer here, I'm going to click on the green arrow and I'm going to move it down 1 layer. Okay, and I'm going to color this a black, and I'm going to color this blue. And then I'm going to go to my matte again and I'm going to change it to contrast. Okay. And there you have your doily design. And now I'm going to take this top layer here, I'm going to move this over. And I'm going to do another shadow, do Control H for shadow. And this time I'm going to do an inset, so I'm going to do a minus. And move this all the way a little bit. Okay, what I basically want to do is get rid of all this black here, and I just want to create a shadow, an inside shadow for here. So I'm going to change the size And let's see. That should be good. Because there was a little bit right here, I don't know if you could see it on the screen, there was little points sticking here. So I had to get rid of those.
What number are you using for the shadow width? Is that a minus or is that a
I'm using a minus and
minus? Okay.
0.0540.
Okay.
And
The
also I
numbers look kind of
have,
small on the screen.
yeah, I'm sorry. There it is right there.
All right. Yep.
Okay. And also I have, under options, I have the blackened unchecked as well. And then I'm going to hit accept. Okay. And I'm going to come back over to colors and click on that. And I'm going to select a gray. Put that gray there. Okay. And then I'm going to do Control A, and I'm going to stack them. And there you have your little doily.
Well, that's pretty cool. So you started with just normal basic shapes and you created your own unique design.
It's a very quick and easy way using that. And you could change the shadow layer to even create a different design in your doily. You know, just play with the settings and see what you come up with. So now if you select these away, you have three different shapes.
That's pretty cool. Now I know Michelle's gone over. She did this tutorial and she did it with a lot of keyboard shortcuts, and she has made a tutorial on how to do this. And I'm sure she'll share with you where you guys can download this tutorial so that you guys.
Yeah, I have it. I have it in the Google
PDF
Drive
version.
for now, but I will. I haven't figured out where to put it yet. I might just still put it into the SkyDrive, and it will be in there. I'll get a link in the event page.
Yeah, one of the comments, I don't know if it was a survey or from a previous time, they mentioned they wanted like a little paper version tutorial of it, because we all learn different ways, and so Michelle went ahead and made a little step-by-step guide and gave the keyboard shortcuts. Of course, you can do all this with the buttons down there below. You don't have to memorize the keyboard shortcuts, but she'll have that PDF out there. She'll probably have this on her blog.
Also, there was a suggestion in the questionnaire that they enjoyed doing the Make the Cut challenges on the forum. I was part of the challenge committee at one point, and I had to leave because I started another venture, and I couldn't remain. But they enjoyed doing learning different techniques and doing tutorials and creating projects. So if that's something you would be interested in, once I post the link for the tutorial, if you want to create a project using the tutorial, you don't have to use the same shapes that I've used. You can create your own. And if you want to, I will give some information in the text document where you could send your project, and then what we could do is the following week I can share them with the design team projects if anybody's interested in doing that. I think that would be kind of cool to see what everybody comes up with.
Oh yeah, very cool, very cool. All right. I'm looking at I'm not seeing any questions about what we've talked about so far, but we do have one from Jean, and it talks about. I'll post it up here. She said that she doesn't have Make the Cut. She just has a Scan and Cut, eCal, the Eclipse. She said, can she use Popup Card Studio on her PC and cut it out? So the answer to that, now if anyone doesn't know what Popup Card Studio is, I can pull up my desktop real quick and show you guys what it is. But basically, it's a program that allows you to create 3D cards. So let me turn off this card and share the desktop. All right, so if you guys go to ScrappyDew.com, you guys can go to the Popup Card Studio, and you can check out what Popup Card Studio is. These graphics are taken from the actual Popup Card Studio program. ScrappyDew doesn't make it, but we do. You know, if you purchase through us, we do get a little bit of a kickback. But anyways, you can see all these cool creative designs that you can create. Michelle, she created a tier cake. You know, and we're just playing around with some of this stuff. But these down here, they're of course the more complicated graphics, but very easy to use and create your own. The program itself, it will export to a PDF. I mean, it will export to an SVG, I'm sorry. So as long as your program that you're using allows SVGs to be imported, then Popup Card Studio will work for you. Make the Cut did design it. The creators of Make the Cut, Andy over there, did create this. And if you do have Make the Cut, it uses the plugins for the cutter, so you can cut directly from Popup Card Studio to the cutters that Make the Cut already supports. And I believe if you go to their forums, they do have a combo button that you can purchase both at the same time. So you can check that out. And yeah, I mean, you can you can download the demo. It's a free demo. Test it out. The only thing you can't do is cut with it. They do have a lot of webinars on how to use it. We've also put together some help, some online help manual here, and it, you know, goes over each little item. It does have quick videos explain you on how to navigate, you know, how to, you know, what each individual portion of the Popup Card Studio is. So there you go. That's what it is. Barbarice, she says, can these be saved as SVGs? I don't know if she's talking about the Popup Card Studio or not, but if you are, yes, you can export to an SVG, and then you can import it into your favorite cutter. If you're talking about what Michelle made and Make the Cut, you can export that as an SVG.
That's also in the store as well. I uploaded the file if anybody's interested in it. They can go to the store.
Oh yes, yep, yeah. You can go to if you go to shop.scrappydew.com, and you put it under Michelle's library.
Correct.
Okay, and should be on one of these. We'll change my view here. Yeah, Michelle, she makes these cool little patterns. These are free downloads. If you haven't watched any of our previous videos on how you actually get these, scroll down till we find the doily. So this one right here.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll go here and always read the description, because that is where it will be. Okay, so create your own doily designs, download here. See, if you try to add it to the cart, you'll get an error. It says item no longer in stock. That's because there's a description and you download right there. So, and then down here you can see the related products, the other doilies that she has made. So pretty cool. I believe if you just click the download here, won't it? You can see all the files that you have to download, or is it just that one? Okay, it's just that one.
Just for that particular one.
Okay. And then to download, just check mark it,
Mm-hmm.
and then click download. So that is how the SkyDrive works, if you guys are confused. Teresa, she says yes, she has an R-Clips, I think an Eclipse, and you have to bring it into MTC to save as an SVG. Not sure what she's talking about on that one. But I'm right when I say
Popup Card Studio.
Yeah, Popup Card Studio. You can export to an SVG through Popup Card Studio, so you don't need to make the cut. Correct, Michelle?
Yeah, you can export it to an SVG, correct.
Yep, and then you can bring it in. I don't have my Windows computer pop. It's a Windows-only program, so I don't have my Windows machine popped up. Otherwise, I'd turn it on and show you where that SVG button is. All right. Check. All right. So I don't see any more questions. So I will. I'm going to show you guys the SVG Viewer real quick, and then we'll go into some of the design team projects that that Michelle has to show for you. All right, so I created this program here mainly for the Windows users out there, but it works for Mac as well. Now, like what people say, Macs will natively, when you open up a file and you try to see what it is, it automatically pops up for you as a Mac owner. But you have to open up each individual folder in order to see what is in there. Okay, so what makes the SVG previewer or viewer any different? Okay, Windows users, if they try to preview their SVGs, they can't. So when you open up this SVG viewer for the first time, you'll have this screen here that looks just like this, and it says you can either choose to import a folder or you can drag and drop a folder. So this right here, as you can see, it has a lot of SVGs. It has what we call subfolders, so folders within a folder that have SVGs in it. Not only do they have SVGs, but they have JPEGs in them as well. So say that I have a folder with a lot of SVGs, and I just want to find that SVG that I've been looking for. So I'm just going to drop and drag it over here, and instantly I have a list of all the SVGs that are in my folder that I just selected. Okay, and I'm like, oh, I really want this one right here. Well, you can either hunt for it, or the program's simple enough where you can just click the View SVG in Folder, and it will open up a folder. It will select the file for you, as you can see right here, and that is that SVG that you were previewing right over here. Now, sometimes you'll say, hey, can I get this thing will export a PNG, an image file of that SVG. So for you Windows users, if you want a little preview, or you can even use this for, if you're wanting to put this on your blog as a photo, okay, you can hit Save as PNG. You click this button right here, and you'll notice a little window that will pop up, and you click OK, and it's saying that, hey, we have saved that image to the folder that contains that SVG. So if I'm looking over here in that SVG Viewer demo folder, and if I sort by name, I should see a photo of that SVG right next to that SVG. So that's what the PNG export will do. And I can double click that here and show you that it is a little preview of what we just saw over here. So basically, it's just taking a snapshot of this area over here. So if you pick something that is not in there, so we'll try the starfish, and you can click Save as PNG, and then you can view that SVG in the folder, and you should have a nice little starfish PNG file right next to the SVG. So that's how this works. And where can you get this program? Well, if you go to dash12.com, and it's right here. You just click the View Product page. Like I said, it works for Mac and Windows. Same price, purchase. You get a Mac and Windows version with the same purchase, and you just click Purchase SVG Viewer, and that is how you get it. So it can't be any simpler. Drop and drag, see what kind of SVGs you have. Even had comments saying that they found SVGs that they forgot about. So it's a great way to quickly see what you got. Now I wanted to clear something up, that in the SVG viewer. So if I were to go to another folder, because someone asked me, they close out the program, they open it back up, they don't see their SVGs anymore that they've imported. Well, that's because it does not store anything locally on your hard drive. It puts it all into memory. So once you close out of the program, or you add another folder to it, if I just add the starfish folder to it, it's going to clear out that whole list, and it's just going to import the one that it sees. Okay, so if you open it back up and you don't see anything, that's why. It's because it keeps it in memory only. All right, I think that's about all I wanted to cover with the SVG Viewer. If anyone has any questions on it, feel free to ask, and we'll come back to the topic. But yeah, it seems like a lot of people have been liking it so far in the comments that I've gotten. And check it out, dash12.com. All right, so next we're going to go ahead and move into the design team stuff, and that's where Michelle will show off what some of the design people come up with and some of the ScrappyDew people have showed us. So go ahead, Michelle. Floor is yours.
Okay, could you see the screen?
Yes, we can see the screen.
Okay. And tonight's design team projects are being sponsored by That Scrap Inc. And at the end of the show, I will give you some information on how you can enter a giveaway that they are sponsoring. Okay, tonight's first project is by Angie, and she used the Spring Owl pattern file. And this could be found in the spring category. And this is a graduation banner created by Betsy. And she used the Scrap Factory program. And there's the pennants. And what she did is she took the graduation gown and she cut it in half so that you are able to preview the outfit underneath, which is was a cool idea.
Oh yeah, exposing.
Yeah, yeah. And this is a new project by Sherry. She also used the Scrap Factory program. And she used the Lee hair style and the capri outfit. And this is another project she created. This is a 2-page layout. And she used the Scuba Kids. And the Scuba Kids can be found in the Under the Sea category. That's page 1. And there's the second page. I thought that was cute. And this is a project by Chris. She shared this on the Facebook page. And she used the graduation expansion pack and the bears. And this was created for her grandson's elementary celebration. And this is by Jerry. And she used the Brick People expansion pack. And this was created for her brother-in-law. Happy birthday card. And this is a project by Jenna. It's a 2-page layout. And this is featuring her trip to the Woodburn's Tulip Festival. And she used the gardening tweets. And that's page 2. And there's Jenna herself. And that could be found in the spring category, that file. And this is a project by Jennifer. And she created a banner for her husband's military unit. And she used the military uniforms pattern file. And I wonder who this is by. This is a project by Ken. And this is the first image, and then this is the second image, And you can see he created a screen and he popped it up a little bit off the card. I don't know if you could see it too good.
Little 3D.
Yeah, yeah. That
Is
turned out really good.
Is that Japanese or Chinese? Chinese.
This is the, I think he purchased a paper stack. I think it was Far East, if I believe, from Die Cuts with a View. Is that correct, Ken?
Yeah, it was the Die Cuts with a View Far East paper pack, and then I used the Konnichiwa dolls from ScrappyDew.
Mm-hmm.
Konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa.
Yeah, that turned out really nice. Looks good.
Yeah, I'm hoping Ken has a story for his other card here. What's the story behind the lost tool, lost keys?
My story is when I had my neck surgery, I was really afraid that when I got put under there, you don't know what they're gonna do to you. They could be having margaritas for all you know. So I just was thinking it was funny. It's like I love the medical pals, but I was like, I want it to be funny. So I was thinking, well, what's the worst thing that they could lose in your body when they have you cut open? And I thought, well, their keys.
Yeah,
Why not?
I wish they'd lose the bill.
Yeah.
It's funny. And that's a side view of the card. And there's the title.
Yep.
Surgery went great. Now where are my keys?
.com.
Yeah, this is a project by Leslie. And she used the Popup Card Studio. And she created a little
pop-up card.
She made a little hot tub and created this scrap factory also she used. That was cute. And this is by Melissa, and she used Where's My Tooth pattern file. And that's in the All Grown Up category. And this is a sneak peek of Monica's project for tomorrow. This is this turned out really nice. She used the cancer support pattern file.
Yeah, we just came out with those last week, or last weekend.
This turned out really nice.
Yeah, reminds me of that Katy Perry "Hear Me Roar" or something.
That's a close-up view of the bear. And that's a little bit of a top view of the card. And this is another project that Monica created. And this was she used the sports expansion pack. And this was for the FIFA World Cup. And she also used the mix and match feature, and she selected a different hairstyle. And that's a side view of the card. And this is a Scrap Factory project by Paulette, and she calls these her page peepers, for her bookmarks.
She does good work. I like.
She does, yeah. And she used several expansion packs for this. She used the Divas, the Seasons, and also the base set.
And I think that's the same person that Kim was talking about earlier, right? About
yes.
The Cricut design group on Facebook.
And these are the individual ones there. And this is also by Paulette. She created this for Memorial Day. These are her Memorial Day girls. That turned out cute. And this is a project by Sarah. It's a treehouse card. And what she did is she copied the base of the tree, she mirrored it, and then she welded to create her card base.
Oh, okay.
And then she did some embossing with some embossing folders. She embossed the trees here. part of the tree and also the trunk of the tree. And that's a close-up view of the girl on the swing. And that's the Treehouse Fun pattern file, and that could be found in the outdoor category. And anybody that has the Brick People expansion pack, Susan created a free robot. And once you open up the program, you can just click on your expansion pack and you can find the robot in there.
Yep, she donated that robot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She loves robots.
She does, yeah.
Yes, yes. I'm starting to think she may be a robot because she's always working like one.
Oh, she does, yeah.
She,
And you can find the pieces in the head and hair and the outfit top and the outfit bottom. Those where the pieces are. And this is a canister that she etched using that file in the robot. That turned out really nice as well. This is a card she created using the Popup Card Studio and her Zoo Friends expansion pack. It's the elephant. And she also used the sports expansion pack.
For the outfit and clubs.
Mm-hmm. And she did some embossing right here. I don't know if you can see my mouse, probably not.
Yep, saw the little golf ball divots.
Mm-hmm. And that's the top view of the card. And that's it for the projects.
All right, let me.
Very nice, a lot of nice selections this week. Every week, actually.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
The gentlemen on the team did very good, I must say.
Do that.
Yeah. Yeah, when we were talking about what to name the show, we were tossing around the idea of 2 scraps and a do. But this right here, this is what Michelle was talking about. The Susan Blue Robot. If you go to SusanBlueRobot.com, you can check out all her awesome robots. But if you're in the Scrap Factory and you have the Scrap Factory Brick People set, so this is the Scrap Factory, and you got the basic brick body, and over here we have the let's see, outfit top. We have the robot. So you have the robot body. You have the robot pants here, robot pants, and over here you have the robot head, and then you just click the generate SVG and you'd have the entire robot piecing available to you as an SVG, so you can go ahead and import that into your favorite cutting program. So that's where she got. Well, she gave me the design, and now everybody can use it if they have the Brick People expansion pack. And if you don't have Scrap Factory, head on back over to that -12.com website and take a gander. Now, all right, so I'm done with the Scrap Factory business, and now you can talk about, Michelle, that Scrap Inc. and what that's all about.
Okay. My friend Sherry at That Scrap Inc., she is the owner at That Scrap Inc., and it's the home of the Silver Bullet. Oops, I forgot to share my screen. Did you see it? Hang on.
Yeah, I see it. I see it for you.
Okay, you see my screen?
I do.
Okay. Home of the Silver Bullet, and the Silver Bullet Professional. She's sponsoring our giveaway tonight. She's sponsoring a 12x12 Renew kit. And if you come down here and click on Renew Sheets, okay, this is the kit right here she's sponsoring. It's 12x12. Okay. And the renew sheets, they rejuvenate your cutting mat's adhesiveness. The product can be used on all manufacturers' cutting mats. It's very easy to apply, and they work really well. I've used them, and Rob has used them as well,
Yeah,
and they're really easy to apply.
really easy to apply, and it's like instant. I mean, there's no waiting for it to dry. There's no worrying about overspraying because you physically cut out the spot that you need and you just squeegee it on.
Mm-hmm.
It comes with that little squeegee that you see. I think that Renew kit does that you have your mouse over.
Right here.
Yeah, she ships it with a little squeegee, and you have wax paper on one end, and you have the little sticky dots that are on the other. And when I say sticky, I mean it's not sticky tacky, but it's just enough to hold your paper, and it does. I mean, it lasts a long time.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, well worth. I mean, I feel like that's underpricing it the way she has it there, but
Mm-hmm.
it's a good product. Good product.
And let me go to my website. Oh, it's not up yet. I will go post it in a second.
Okay.
So if you want to talk about something else while I do that.
Okay. Yep, I will.
I'll log in.
Well, all right. So if you guys have any topics for the following week, I'm sorry we didn't have it for the past 2 weeks, and that's mainly because schedules didn't work out well. I'm in the military, and working days, working nights, and it really didn't work out well for my schedule. So apologize on that, but we're going to try to keep it regular again. That way we can all meet. We did that survey to ask you guys what day is best for you, and everyone seemed to think that Wednesday worked out well in the evening, from the responses that we got. So that's what we're going to try to shoot for. We couldn't do it this week because of my work schedule. I was working the evenings. All right, and looks like Michelle's getting it posted as we're speaking right now. Yeah, so if you guys have any questions on anything that we covered, if you want to, like I said, it doesn't have to be about the topics that we covered. It can be anything from Cricut, Silhouette Studio.
Okay, it's up now.
Sure cuts a lot. All right, I'm going to turn it back to Michelle. Go ahead and post your questions, and we'll put them up here.
Okay, the giveaway is now posted, and there's a little bit of information about the renew sheets here. And also Rob created a video, and you can watch it here. It's on the page. And then if you scroll down a little bit further, then you can click and enter the giveaway. The giveaway is going to be open for 24 hours.
Yeah, so there you go. It's like I said, eco-friendly. You know,
Mm-hmm.
Don't have to worry about spraying, stinking up the house. You don't have to do this outside. No overspray.
No, you just cut the size sheet you need and apply it to your mat, squeegee it on, and away you go.
Sherry's a really nice person. Really, really nice, and she's dedicated to her business. So she ships fast.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, pretty cool. Appreciate you sponsoring Sherry, and hopefully we get some lucky winners out there. So go ahead and sign up on michellemybellcreations.com. All right, I'm going through questions. I'm not seeing any questions or anything. So, is there anything else that you wanted to put out, Michelle? Anything you wanted to put out, Ken?
I don't think so.
All right.
Nope, I'm good.
All right. Well, I appreciate both of you, Ken and Michelle, making your day available to do the show. And I thank everyone for watching. And this will be recorded and put up on YouTube as soon as it's done processing. So till next time, guys, we'll see you next week. Hopefully Wednesday. Wednesday will work out. If not, we'll let you know via the newsletter. All right. So take care. Bye.
Bye.